The 1980s, a decade defined by big hair, neon lights, and a new breed of action hero. These weren't your classic, clean-cut heroes of yesteryear. They were gritty, complex, and often deeply scarred by the horrors of war. This was the era of the lone wolf, the one-man army, a cinematic reflection of a world grappling with the aftermath of the Vietnam War and the tensions of the Cold War. In this landscape of cinematic testosterone, two titans emerged, Sylvester Stallone and Chuck Norris, who would come to define the decade's obsession with rugged individualism and military might. They weren't just actors, they were cultural phenomena, embodying a fantasy of power and righteous vengeance that resonated with millions. In this era of cinematic testosterone, two figures rose above the rest, becoming icons of the action genre: John Rambo and Colonel James Braddock. Both Vietnam veterans, both masters of unconventional warfare, both seemingly unstoppable one-man armies. They captured the public imagination, embodying the fantasy of the lone warrior taking on impossible odds and emerging victorious. But while they share a common background, their methods, their philosophies, and their very souls are worlds apart. Today, we're putting these two legends under the microscope. We'll dissect their skills, analyze their tactics, and finally, settle the playground debate once and for all. Who would win in a head-to-head battle? First, let's delve into the psyche of John Rambo. A Green Beret, a recipient of the Medal of Honor, Rambo is a victim of the very war he fought so bravely. He's a man haunted by his past, struggling to find his place in a world that seems to have forgotten him. His combat prowess is born from this trauma. It's raw, instinctual, and deeply personal. He doesn't fight for glory or for country. He fights to survive. In First Blood, we see him not as a super soldier, but as a cornered animal. He uses his environment to his advantage, setting ingenious traps and using his survival skills to outsmart his pursuers. This isn't just combat. It's a desperate struggle for existence. His expertise in guerrilla warfare is unmatched. He can disappear into the jungle, becoming a ghost, a silent predator. His iconic knife is not just a weapon, but a multi-purpose survival tool. He is a master of improvisation, turning everyday objects into lethal weapons. Think of the explosive tipped arrows in Rambo, First Blood Part 2, a perfect example of his deadly creativity. He is a force of nature, a man pushed to the edge and embracing the darkness within to survive. Now, let's turn our attention to Colonel James Braddock. Where Rambo is a man running from his past, Braddock is a man confronting it head-on. A prisoner of war for years, Braddock's fight is not just for survival, but for justice. He's on a mission to rescue his fallen comrades, to right the wrongs of the past. He is a symbol of unwavering patriotism and the embodiment of the American military's "no man left behind" creed. His resolve is unbreakable, his purpose clear. Braddock is a martial arts expert, a skill that makes him incredibly formidable in close-quarters combat. Remember the iconic bar scene in Missing in Action? That's a testament to his hand-to-hand prowess. But he's equally comfortable with heavy firepower. Braddock is often seen wielding a machine gun, laying down a barrage of fire to suppress his enemies. He is a more direct and confrontational fighter than Rambo. He doesn't hide in the shadows. He walks in through the front door. His approach is that of a soldier on a mission, a one-man army executing a carefully planned assault. He is the unstoppable force against the immovable object of his enemies. So, the ultimate question, who would win? Let's break it down. In hand-to-hand combat, the edge has to go to Braddock. His formal martial arts training gives him a technical advantage over Rambo's more instinctual, brawling style. When it comes to weaponry, it's a clash of philosophies. Rambo is the master of improvisation. His knife and bow are extensions of his will. Braddock, on the other hand, prefers overwhelming firepower. In a jungle environment, Rambo's stealth and traps could give him the upper hand. He would turn the environment into a weapon, slowly dismantling Braddock's confidence. However, in a direct confrontation, Braddock's heavy weaponry and aggressive tactics could prove decisive. Psychologically, Rambo is a wounded animal, making him unpredictable and dangerous. Braddock is a focused soldier driven by a clear mission. This could be his greatest strength, but also a weakness if Rambo can exploit his predictability. So, who is the ultimate 80s action hero? The tortured survivor or the unwavering soldier? The ghost in the jungle or the one-man army? The truth is, there's no easy answer. It depends on the battlefield, the circumstances, the very nature of the conflict. Rambo and Braddock represent two sides of the same coin, two different responses to the trauma of war. They are both heroes, both legends, and their legacy continues to influence action cinema to this day. Who do you think would win? Let us know in the comments below.